Record.
Okay.
Hello, my name's Isabella Lanis, and I'm going to interview.
Paulina Carrillo. Wait. I live in Monterrey, San Pedro, and yeah.
So, Pau, what's your perspective on drug trafficking?
Well, right now in where I live, it's very hard on everybody because right now there's like a kind of narcotráfico war going on because the main like narco that was in charge of San Pedro was put in jail. So another cartel is trying to take over, and then they're trying to fight over like the territory. So right now it's really dangerous to go out to clubs or like go to restaurants in those chains and everything like that. So it's kind of hard.
That sounds hard, Pau. Which aspects of your cultural identity,
Es que te mamaste.
which aspects of your cultural identity can you relate to this issue?
I think it affects everybody socially more than anything because parents right now are really scared about our safety, and we're scared about going to the streets because at any given time you could find yourself in the middle of like shooting in the streets. So right now it's affecting a lot of like the social factors and like being able to go places, and like in weekends we can't go out as much, we can't see our friends like that much anymore because where we used to see them was where are the places where we can't go anymore.
Okay. What are the beliefs about the issue in your peer group, family, or community? Like, what does your loved ones think about this issue?
We think that it should be an issue that shouldn't be happening, although we know why it is happening. um Even though like we all think that we're just like concentrated more on the well-being of everybody and keeping each other safe rather than like trying to solve the issue, because like we're never gonna solve it. We're just taking precautions and being safe.
How do you think these groups acquired this perspective or beliefs?
I think my family gained these beliefs because mostly we think that like we work for our money, or my parents do. So we think that it's really like bad that like traffickants and like narcos basically are like their job is basically to like drug people, kidnap them, kill them, which is obviously not a good way of earning money. So I think that my family gained that perspective based on like our values, our family values, and our beliefs and everything like that.
How do you think drug trafficking is present in all Mexico?
I think, well, there's obviously different carteles in every part of Mexico, and I think it's present in the same way. It's just like sometimes it hides better than in other places, especially like it was very well like underground topic before the incarceration of the main narco. So I think everywhere in Mexico there is something that has to do with a cartel. There is just like no activity that we know of because they do it so secretly, and like they try to hide it a lot. Of course, there's known, but like also I think the media hides a lot of the things that actually happen. And like when things do happen and we do know, they try to blame like other things so that they don't do like the narco like news.
Yeah. Well, drug trafficking in Mexico has had a significant cultural impact all over the country for many years. It has impacted us even in an artistic way or even in a political, economic way. We can see this in examples such as narco corridos, which is now like the most famous genre of music in Mexico. We know many artists that make that kind of music. We can also see narcos in telenovelas, which is also a very famous genre of TV. And for many years, it has been even a symbol for Mexico internationally. So if you ask someone from the US, from Spain, what they think about Mexico, they even tell you about Pablo Escobar, which
Yes,
doesn't
or El
make,
Chapo.
yeah. Wow, what does this mean to you?
Ah, espérame otra vez.
Wow, what do you think about this?
I think that it's a big problem that's happening in Mexico, but that has always happened, and we've learned to live with it rather than like look for a way to stop it because they literally buy the government. So it has a lot of power, more than I think it should. But I also think that culturally it has made a difference, like you mentioned, like with the songs and like type of TV and like the way that Mexico is known to other places.
So, what I learned about this little interview and talk I had with Paulina is I didn't knew the reason why Monterrey was being so dangerous right now and why people have been talking about what has been happening, but not really the background of it and how it was caused. Now I know the root of the problem and how it affects even people that are really close to me and that I love.
Okay, what I learned from this interview with Isa was that I had like the only perspective that I had right now about the narcotraficants was the part of like what is actually going on and like the superficial part of it, like how it's affecting like just where I live. But by having this conversation, I realized that it also has affected like I remembered that it has affected by a lot of years and just now is where I'm living it, but that it's been like a problem for a lot of years, and also like it has affected the culture in ways like songs and TV and everything like that. I hadn't thought about it like that.
Bye. Thank you very much.
Bye.